Alright, something quick before we actually get the video started and talk about what I was going to talk about. Yeah, my Twitch link is right here. If you guys haven't followed me yet, go give me a follow and come by and come to the stream. I love it when you guys come down and give me a good little talk, goof around, and have so much fun with you guys. Like I said, if you haven't followed me yet, go drop me a follow and come by my next stream, or I may be live right now. You never know. But yeah. So, this is quite a conversation that I'm gonna have. So, people out there have been going around going like, Killer has gotten harder. And as a fellow Survivor main, I don't really even play Killer. I don't even have anybody there really leveled up. I don't play Killer. I love playing Survivor. That's kind of my thing. But has Killer really gotten harder? And this is for like my point of view. Killers have been seeing like, gens are popping a lot faster. There's a lot like games are lasting less. There's a lot of like stuff happening, and what I've seen from the counterpart, because first of all, is Killer getting harder? I feel like it is in a way. Yes, I feel like it is actually getting harder in a way. But it's the reasonings that I have are not the greatest. I would say people might not like what I'm about to say, but it's my opinion. So I have like two reasonings that I would say like why it has gotten harder. First of all, it's just people are on gens more. People are constantly on gens now. As I've seen in the games that I've been playing, whenever I'm in chase, usually back then there would be nobody on a generator. Literally, I would never see anybody on a generator whenever I got chased. But now, every time whenever I'm going into a game or getting chased, there's like the whole team is on a generator. Which is like, when did this happen? When did everybody just start to think like, oh, I want to do generators? Because usually people would be running around going want to get chased or shit like that. It's probably the new players, honestly, because there is a lot of new players. So my thinking is that the MMR really isn't processing that these players belong in the newer lobbies, or the newer lobbies might be getting overwhelmed and they're sending them over here. And then the only thought that the new players have is, because I've had a lot of people in my games who haven't lasted that long in a chase, which makes me think that maybe they are new players. But new players will constantly be on a generator, because that's what they're programmed to do from the beginning. They see a gen, they will do a gen, and they will finish that gen. And if everybody has that mindset, then the games will probably go on faster. And another thing, it's not about that, it's also just... And there's one person that I like that... Actually, I don't remember who it was. I want to give him a shout out, but I don't remember who it was. I'm sorry, but like... They just said the matter of fact is that players are just getting better. But that doesn't discourage the fact that killers aren't getting better. It's more of the fact of just like, these survivors are getting a lot better. They're understanding looping, they're understanding all of this pretty quickly, because this game doesn't require doesn't require a lot of mechanical skill. This game requires a lot of like thinking, like what's my next move, what do I do, what paddle, like all that type of stuff. And it's not that hard to process. Well, I've been doing it for over 8 years now, so I've kind of got the gist of it. And it kind of like made me think of just like, that is very true. If you go into a game, what would be more necessary for which side to have perks? Would survivors need their perks? Or do killers need their perks more? Killers, I would say, need their perks more. Survivors, you don't really need perks to be able to loop very well. They just make looping better. You know? You don't particularly need like perks to be able to loop good. Like, you loop very good. A lot of people tried it and then they've 5-gen chase, 3-gen, all that type of stuff. Killers, though, they do need their perks, because a lot of killers these days are not that good. They're really not. And that goes to my other thing, where a lot of the funner killers, a lot of the killers that you actually get to have fun with, like on both sides, they're just not that good either. Because I've realized that whenever I'm going to my games, I haven't really played against a Blight, Nurse, Wesker, all of those type of killers that are like apparently like A to like S tier. I haven't played against them. I've been mainly going against killers like, Nemesis or Springtrap. I've been going against a few Kanekis there, but Kaneki isn't as good as, he's still very loopable. He's not the killer that you can not, he's not the killer that he first started with, because Jesus Christ. But I've been facing a lot of like, you know, Deathslinger too. I've been facing like killers like that, you know, killers that are not the greatest. Which my games have seen like, I love getting chased. Also, the fact that I love getting chased by those killers. I do. I really do love getting chased by those killers. It's just, they're not the strongest killers. They're not the killers that can, that don't have that lot of anti-loop. Anti-loop is a very popular thing when it comes to killers these days, like cancel out loops and stuff like that, which, you know, it's fine. Killers can have abilities that can make you, you know, makes you think more. For example, like Pyramid Head. You're at a loop and you just keep striking the ground. Where's he gonna go next? Where is it gonna be his next strike? All that bullshit. Or like, you know, Nurse, and yeah. But like, it's that they have good anti-loop. But they're, you know, they're not killers that everybody's gonna play these days, apparently. And also, people are also complaining about, like, you know, the Go Next feature. You know, if survivors are not going to kill themselves, then what else are they going to do? You know, just hop on another generator. I don't know about that one. I don't know. I just think that people these days are just hopping on generators, as I've seen. And this is from, like, my point of view, from, like, you know, the survivor standpoint. People might not like my opinions, and people might not, like, agree with them, because, you know, they're just like, oh, filthy survivor main, you know, he's giving off his opinions that are killers. Like, no, it's just like, it's from what I've seen. And what I've been seeing, yes, I've seen a lot of people get on generators. And what I've also seen is that the healing perks are a bit too much now, I'm not gonna lie. Because whenever I was in one game, and then two of my teammates have, you know, Botany, Desperate Measures, Parental Guidance, or is it not Parental? I don't remember what it's called. Or, oh no, Empathic Connection. And I'm just seeing them, like, just quickly just heal up, and then I'm off the hook, and then that's it, I'm healed. I'm just quickly getting off the hook and getting healed. I'm like, damn, like, holy shit. And then the killer was coming to us, and then usually we would be stressing out because healing takes 16 seconds, but now with all those buffed healing perks, it only takes 4 seconds, which is I don't know if that's good for killer. I'm not a biased survivor. I'm not gonna be like, oh, killers, like, survivors should have all of this. No, I want to make things fair. I want to make sure, like, everybody's having fun. I'm not the type of guy who wants to be like, oh, survivors only should have this and then this, and no. I want to make sure that everybody has fun, except you. Yeah, you deserve to be buried. I'm 6 feet under. I'm sorry, but like, also, like, in the fact of the other, like, like, healing has become a really big problem. I've seen it's become a very, very big problem. I don't feel like those perks. Botany, I feel like, is fine. The one that I feel like that should be probably nerfed a bit, because Botany was the same way as it was before. It's just that they took away the charges, which I don't see the big deal that people are making. It's more of like, people are healing others way too fast, and I feel like Desperate Measures is also part of the problem. I don't feel like it should have been 20. Maybe like raise it up to like 16, or, you know, 18, like, maybe not 20, maybe it's a bit too much. And also, they buffed Empathic Connection to make it 5% more. And honestly, Empathic Connection, I don't feel like is another one that's been too, you know. Also, people are probably, here's another take that I got, is where people are finding perks now that people never ran before, but now are running. For example, one of the perks that I did recently, video recently on, was Lithe. Lithe is a perk that people have been using a lot more, which is, like, because people are just seeing that Lithe is actually a good perk. It's like, you know, you vault, and then you either, you know, make another loop, or you go to another pallet that, you know, you want to, like, connect pallets that are really far away. Or just, like, Vigil at the moment, where, like, it's, you know, it's giving, for me, I don't feel like Vigil's a controversy for, or we're getting on topic, I'm going back to my, like, other videos. But, like, it's just a lot of stuff that they added recently makes it where killers don't have as much pressure as they do, like, as they did before. Like, healing, everybody's basically full health in like 2 seconds. Everybody's getting better, so chases are lasting longer, which means that you're losing more gens and you're not able to catch anybody. And people don't have anything else to do in the game other than just do gens, which means that, like, I'm just gonna do gens. I'm gonna keep running while he's getting a chase. I have the confidence to understand that, hey, I'm gonna do these gens. Also, new players who never got to play, they've probably seen, like, you know, streamers or YouTubers be like, you gotta do this and this. They follow guides or something, or like, whenever they see, like, if you see somebody getting chased, don't get nervous of where the killer is, even if you're in a heartbeat, because you you got to understand that they're getting chased right now, which means that they won't come to you unless your heartbeats start getting more intense, which means they're going to your direction. So it's just that this game is very grindy. I can understand. Like, it took me like around, I think, a year and a half just to get everybody's perks. Like, and it's just, yeah, killers are struggling a little bit. People are talking about, I heard this one guy, his name is Wind Skull, he was talking about maybe giving built-in corrupt. I'm like, no, dude, that's no. Built-in corrupt, what the hell, no. The only reason why we got built-in borrow time is because killers couldn't stop tunneling. That was your guys' own fault. You're the reason of why we got built-in borrow time. And yeah, so don't be giving that stuff out. That's not a smart idea. But maybe they should get something where, because survivors are still getting a lot more. They're getting more anti-tunnel and anti-slugging stuff. Maybe built-in tenacity and unbreakable, which means that killers are no longer going to be able to slug. They're going to have to pick up instantly. And a lot of these key features for killers like slugging and tunneling are very needed sometimes, because a lot of like survivors will be like snowballing or just like pushing the killer, and then the killer has to slug at some moments, or they have to tunnel because, like, you know, they're left at one gen and they have like only 3 hooks in, so they need to get a kill to be able to, like, you know, cause some pressure. But I don't know, man. It's been very weird my last couple of games. Also, I just think that the MMR is a little busted too. I've been facing a lot of newer players, which is interesting. I don't know what's that about. I usually would face like very like these strong killers who like would double back and shit like that, but no, I've been getting a little bit of killers with a little bit of autism. Like a lot of killers that so I don't know what's that about. And yeah, I don't know. Something's gotta happen. Something's gotta help the killers out just a little bit, just a tiny bit. Don't start over buffing like you guys usually do. And I don't know. Like, what could you even do like to help? Like I said, killers are the ones that really need their perks, and there's a lot of perks that are coming out with the Walking Dead chapter that are gonna be even better. For example, Conviction is gonna be one of those perks that I feel like everybody's gonna use, because it's just too good of a perk to not be able to use. Every other perk I feel like is okay. And then there's that other perk for Michonne where you get to vault and then stun a killer, which also has the side effect of you being able to have finesse constantly too. And like, killers are probably thinking that it's harder. It's just because the gens are popping more. That's literally all it is. It's just like the gens are just popping more frequently is what I've seen. All of my like games have only been lasting like around 5 to like 7 minutes, because everybody is just on a generator. It's just everybody is on a constant generator. Like, I just see people on a generator where I get chased. And it was only like also everybody's saying that the thing where killers spawn on the opposite side of the map where survivors spawn, and then survivors are grouped up together whenever they spawn. I really do feel like that's a nerf for a killer. People out there are saying, oh, it's better for 3 people, like it's worse for 3 people to be on separate generators while one's getting chased. Yeah, but if you look at the fact of like 2 people that split up, right, and then they go to a different generator, and then they do a gen, that one's gonna be faster. For example, if the 2-person generator is halfway on a generator, and then the 1-person generator is only like 3/4 of the way, so they're like almost done. They only need 25% more of the generator. The 2 people that are halfway are gonna go much faster than the person that's on one, even a quarter, which is insane to me. And which means that they're gonna be, you know, they're probably gonna be more. They're gonna be grouped up, and the gens are gonna be done faster. And while one person's getting chased, these 2 pairs will be walking together and then doing another generator quickly. While a person which is getting chased, if they're even decently good at chasing or getting chased, the gens will keep hopping. They will keep hopping. It's like, well, would you rather have it where it takes like around like, how much is it? How much is it? It's like around, it's 90 seconds for 1 person, and then maybe like 65 or like 70 for 2 people. I don't remember. I don't know the thing for it. For 4 people, I'm pretty sure it's like 45 seconds. I don't remember. But like, would you rather have that, or would you rather have 1 person working on it for like 90 seconds? So after you get it down, they're probably, after like 45 seconds, maybe, who knows, like even a minute, they'll still have 30 seconds left, and then which means you can hook. And then maybe you can, like, you know, pop pain res, or, you know, head over there or use anything that like blocks a generator with dead man such anything. But you'll still have the time to be able to do it, maybe. But like if you get the 2-person, by the time that chase is done, the gen's already done. And if you have ping and res, if that gen's already popped and the other gen the other guy is doing, you know, that one single guy is gonna be punished. But like it's still gonna be pretty close, so he's still gonna be probably working on it. And then the other 2 guys are probably gonna be on another generator. And then the guy who his gen got pain res, he's gonna get off the generator, go save the person. The killer might go to the gen that got popped, which means that the other people that are on the generator are gonna keep doing the gen. And by the time that the killer goes to that gen that they're probably causing pressure on, it's probably gonna be popped by then. Which means that for that one little hook stage, 2 gens have already popped, and you only got 1 hook in. And there's also another generator that's already, like, you know, halfway. And after that guy saves, you're going to probably find the hooked guy or maybe the one other person. And then those 2, and then the guy's going to get healed. And then the other 3 people are probably going to, or 2 people are going to hop back on that gen that's already halfway. And then there you go, there's another gen by the time you get another down. It's like, it's a concept where like it's just a lot of pressure for the killer to be able to handle. As I've seen, it's getting pretty whack. So yeah, it's like after that one, like I feel like yeah, like this game is like making it where cooperation is sort of key now. Where, and then that's sort of a thing where like cooperation is key, but it makes the game go by faster. I don't know. It's just my take on it. It might just be like how the game is, or how they're trying to make the game go forward. But if they are, then the game might not be killer sided anymore, or it was never killer sided. I feel like the game has been pretty balanced lately. Not sort of, but it's just like killers are gonna get punished for just even going in a chase. If they're not in a chase, then they're probably just gonna go to gens, because like yeah, people have gotten better, so chases are gonna last longer, which means that gens are gonna pop more. I don't know. This is just like my rant. And this is like from my survivor point of view. People might like never even look at this video since I'm not a big like, you know, channel, but yeah. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's honestly really weird how like fast these games have been going. I don't know if it's because of killers just like, you know, I don't know. Even like I tried it both in like the Mascara event and regular DVD to see if my point was like ruined or something. In the Mascara event, chases were a little bit like not as fast, since you know killers have a lot to their advantage. They can they don't have to walk to the hook. They can like teleport to the hook, and then they don't need to break like pallets, and then they can just like, you know, remote pallet break, and then they can get the down pretty easily. But like that's like tools that are helping them like in an event wise, but like also that event is pretty killer sided. So, and if you see like a regular DVD, it's not that way, because the killer has to do everything like by themselves, and I don't know. That was just my take. That was my little rant. It's getting pretty difficult for killers out there right now, and survivors are also like not doing great, because killers these days right now are, because they see that killers are seeing that. Sorry, I'm really bad at talking. Killers are seeing that gens are popping more, which means that it will result more in the tunneling and camping. That's what they're seeing. That's like what they're doing a lot more these days. Like especially the tunneling part. It's getting pretty annoying whenever I go into a game and I like get chase, 3 gens pop whenever I'm in a chase, and then I get off the hook, and then I'm instantly tunneled afterwards. And most of the time, the killer doesn't even get like the down whenever after my second hook, because you know I know where all the pallets are. You know, good players. You know, use your experience. And then this just it goes into a cycle of just like killers will keep tunneling and camping, keep tunneling and camping, keep tunneling and camping, because they are just gonna keep seeing these gens pop, and then they're just not they want to kill, they want to cause pressure, they will camp and tunnel. Killers will do anything to be able to cause some pressure, especially some tryhard killers. I've gone a lot of those, but there's like some cases where like these killers, like a lot of these good killers, won't even like camp or tunnel. They will just like, even in endgame, they won't even camp like how most killers do. They would just leave and be like, oh wow, like respect, honestly respect. But yeah, it's not good for either side. The gens are popping too fast, killers are not having fun, which results into them camping and tunneling more, which isn't fun for survivors. Maybe increase the gen speed by like 10 more seconds. I don't know. Make it 100, like make it 100 seconds. Maybe. I don't know. A minute and 40 seconds. I don't know, man. Because what we're doing right now is not the greatest. But the thing is, like, if you're gonna increase the gen stuff, like gem speed or how long it takes to progress the generator, maybe decrease the amount of like pain res to like 15 to like 12 or something, so it won't be accurate, because it's like percentage based, so it's based on the generator's like current. So if that's buffed, then if the gen speed is increased, then pain res is buffed. Same with every other like gen regression perk, which will probably create a meta of just like, I'm gonna run more gen regression perks because like time is increasing, yada yada yada. I don't know, man. Maybe the built-in corrupt is maybe a good idea. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to rework corrupt. Maybe it's like built-in corrupt. It lasts only like 20 seconds, and then corrupt intervention increases that time by like a minute. Make it 120 seconds again. But yeah, that was just my take on it. Hopefully, guys, you did enjoy my little rant. These are videos that I don't really like making, but like it has to be brought up because I actually do see the trouble of like killers are not experiencing good matches because the amount of gens I'm seeing being worked on, and the amount of times I don't see an inner survivor in my game is insane to me. Like, most of the times, never back then, before this, like, there was this chapter, the FNAF chapter started, I saw, like, everybody was injured. Gens weren't as long, games lasted for at least, like, 10 to, like, 12 minutes, but now they're lasting 5 to 7 minutes, and everybody's always healed up, which is, ooh. So, yeah, it's been a bit, and this is me not being biased to anything I've seen, because I want to make sure that everybody has fun. I love being chased by, like, these strong killers, too. Light is a really good, fun killer to be chased by, but he's very strong. Wesker is a pretty fun killer to get chased around because you have to dodge. Think a lot of these new survivors don't like it because they're pretty difficult to killers to counter. I'm only having fun with them because I don't take the game that seriously, and also because I'm just good. That's it. It's simple as that. I'm just experienced, or not good. I'm just experienced. What do you guys thoughts on it? I don't know. And yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy that. And also, if drop a follow down to my Twitch if you guys ever want to come say hi and talk about more stuff like this. I don't know. Like, maybe have your point of view on it, because this is just me just recording my thoughts on it. And also, if I'm not on or anything, just make sure to drop a follow. I will always appreciate you guys coming over. I love being with you guys. You guys are the best. You guys are such a supporting gang. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day, guys.